Great to sit down with you listeners. And of course, today's guest, who's going to tell us about all the amazing things that are happening, not just this weekend, but in the weeks and months ahead. Katie Ashley is the Membership Support Coordinator for the Elko Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome back to the show. You did such a fine job that here you are again.
I know, 2 months in a row, Lori. You just get to hang out with me.
I am so excited about that. And so is the community. You and all the work that you and the staff do. It's amazing what you're able to accomplish, how much good and how much collaboration, the voice of business in our community. And I know tonight's special event is a perfect opportunity for someone to just drop in if they've been curious about the chamber, right?
Absolutely. We are very excited. We have our business after hours for the month of September tonight. That's from 5:30 to 7 p.m. We're actually going to be over at NV Energy. It is free and open to the public. I believe they're getting catering from McAdoo's, so another local favorite. So just really good times. Come network, come talk to me if you're curious about the chamber. And we're excited to see everyone.
Yeah, if you are new in business, maybe you've recently moved to the community, you're retired, but now you're looking at dipping your toe in the water again, Katie is a perfect person to talk to about all the opportunities. And again, maybe you have an idea for something new in the community. And you can also get a realistic view, find out about financing. There's so many opportunities, resources, and referrals that you can get. Chamber membership is really affordable too.
Absolutely. We try to keep our pricing as affordable as possible, especially for our small businesses and our nonprofits. But we're just really happy to help the businesses and just the economy and the community in general here in this local area. So if there's any questions or any way we can get you in touch with the correct people, we are happy to be there for you.
And of course, you can find out all about it firsthand tonight. You don't have to be a chamber member. It is for the over 21 crowd. It is a business mixer. Come as you are, 5:30 to 7 p.m. at NV Energy. By the way, they have a beautiful headquarters there on Ruby Vista Drive, and they have some gorgeous paintings in there from Ron Artaud, who is also featured at the museum right now. So you'll have a chance to enjoy some art and some delicious food and that really important networking that is afforded by the Elko Area Chamber. So sounds great. Okay. And if you're new, right, aren't you in a special drawing if you have never been to a chamber event before?
Yes. Yeah. All of our newbies who have never been to who have never been to an after hours before, are entered into a free raffle for some chamber checks, which is always fun because there's hundreds of places that accept chamber checks around the area. So
yes, I'm sure we're going to squeeze in a bit on that topic because we are coming up on the season of giving, and those chamber checks just keep on giving in our community, circulating and supporting our local businesses. So we want to also mention, we talked about business after hours. That's tonight. You are soliciting interested candidates for the Elko Area Chamber Board of Directors. Is that right, Katie?
Yes, we do have 8 seats available this year for our Board of Directors. We are currently accepting candidates. If you have interest, you can always reach out to the Chamber, 775-738-7135, or email Billy, CEO, at elkonevada.com, or all of the information is up on our website. On our homepage, you will see a button that says candidate form for the 2026-2027 board elections.
And just mentioning a few of those highlights, Katie, for anybody who is interested, you do need to be a Chamber of Commerce member, right, to even be considered for nomination.
Yes, and that is a full membership. So even if you are with a nonprofit, we can talk to you about how to get you to that space in order to run for board as well. And then there are some stipulations around attending meetings and what you do need to provide, but all of that will be gone over in that candidate form.
All right. And then the candidate forms will be taken now through October 17th, the deadline?
Yes, and then we will start voting from October 22nd to November 14th. So you do have a bit of time to vote as well, which will be exciting.
Yes. And often the board of directors is chosen from the active membership, but at the same time, Attending things like business after or business before hours are great ways to get to meet and to help cultivate those relationships because they are providing the direction for the Elko Area Chamber, the Board of Directors.
Absolutely. And I will say one of the big things about our Board of Directors and how they're voted in, yes, our chamber members do vote on who they want to be on our Board of Directors. However, everyone only gets one vote. So Nevada Gold Mines has the same amount of votes as some of our small businesses like Elko Broadcasting. Everyone just gets one, which is huge.
It is huge, and that is a direct representation in the membership of our community. The voice of business, both large and small, and that is very significant. I'm glad that you reminded us of that.
Absolutely.
That's great. Yeah, Katie Ashley is doing the work on the ground, the membership support coordinator, and our guest today as we're talking about wonderful events. We can veer back onto your list. I want to make sure we're getting to everything today.
I have a lot today, so I just want to touch on one thing that's very exciting for us coming up this weekend. We do have our next Sippin' Saturday. We are doing that in conjunction with the Ruby Mountain Balloon Festival this weekend. So we will be holding the Balloons and Bubbly Cocktail Walk starting at Ruby's on Saturday at 4 p.m. and we'll be going until 7. So it is a 21 and older event, but tickets are, I want to say $30.
I'm pretty sure you're right on that. Yeah.
Tickets are $30. It's going to be great. Of course, the Ruby Mountain Balloon Festival will be kicking off tomorrow. They are doing all of their stuff in town this year, so all of their flights will be in town. And of course, check out the Balloon Glow Friday night, but don't stay out too late so that you can party with us on Saturday.
That's right. It's all part of Sippin' Saturdays, the Elko Area Chamber, as the Chamber has warmly embraced our traditional downtown Elko events and extending that special brand of hospitality that you and the staff are able to achieve on our behalf. Again, this staff did not say, "Are you crazy?" When Billy Crapo, CEO, said, well, we're just going to take over where the DBA left off, and we're going to continue these really popular, uplifting events.
Absolutely. And they have been so much fun up until this point, and it's just going to be more fun continuing on for the rest of the year.
That's right. Elko Area Chamber. We're going to talk about some of those upcoming events and activities. And we really should mention, too, the enthusiasm of the downtown business community. And they've gone through a lot already this summer season. With the construction, we got a good report on that Tuesday that it appears as though the project is still on track. The businesses seem to be in good spirits despite having their pavement torn up in front of their businesses, because it's going to be amazing when it's done.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people have been downtown Elko since this project started, but it is starting to look so nice. Those sidewalks are coming together beautifully, and so it's very exciting.
Yeah, so thank you again to the businesses on that, I guess that would be the south side of the corridor downtown in the, I don't want to get into the blocks because I always forget, but I think it's like the 3rd, 4th Street corridor area. But you've got Ogie Deli, and you've got Machi's and Everton, and the Trophy Place next door. Everybody's just kind of getting in the spirit and saying, well, if you can't get in the front door, come on in the back door.
Yeah, absolutely. I know the other side of that corridor had their back doors open during their construction time. Right now, the other side of 5th Street, I know the DLC and Coffee Mug and all of those, they're still open, and they're getting their work done right now too.
It's going to make it so nice for all the future special events and activities that the Elko Area Chamber is going to help host in our downtown community. So again, Balloons and Bubbly Cocktail Walk, that's on Saturday, 4 to 7 p.m., start at Ruby Sports Bar. $30, must be 21. There's going to be champagne, mimosas, sparkling wine, and more. And you can get all the details at elkonevada.com.
Absolutely. And to continue kicking things off downtown, we're rolling into our 3rd Sippin' Saturday of the year, which is only going to be a couple weekends after this one. October 4th, we are doing our Oktoberfest wide beer walk. Sorry, our Oktoberfest beer walk. Break out the lederhosen. We're gonna have a good time downtown. Again, 21 and older, $30 entry, and it will start at Ruby's. And all of these, which is great, actually have live music upon entry. So Dew Tide, which is a local husband and wife duo, will actually be playing at Ruby's at the start of all of these for some ambiance.
Oh, that's nice to really get people in the mood and lift your spirits for sipping and strolling in downtown Elko. So that'll be sweater weather too, so you can bust out your new fashions. Yeah.
Absolutely. Break them out.
Yes.
We love sweater weather.
Yes. So tell us what else is on your list. We're talking with our membership support coordinator for the Elko Area Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Katie Ashley is joining us in studio today.
Well, we just want to reiterate, October with Halloween, it is such a busy time. There are so many things coming up for families, for the community to participate in. We do want to touch on the weekend of October 11th and 12th. Everything Elko will be hosting their annual Pumpkin Festival out at Lamoille Grove, and that is a huge event for the community. There's just so many good things happening around town that please come out and support these small businesses, support these ventures that are happening. Of course, take a look at our website. We recently collaborated with the Elko Convention and Visitors Authority on our digital calendars on each of our websites. And so there's a brand new look. All of the community events are up there. Please check it out and see. Plan your October accordingly.
Yes, because you want to be able to get to everything and support all of our legacy businesses and our nonprofits and all the groups that work so hard to put on these uber popular events. So that's either exploreelko.com, which is our Elko e-center, the Elko Convention Center, or elkonevada.com, which is the chamber website. And you will get to those really cool, they're forward-facing calendars so people can contribute to them as well.
Yes, absolutely. And if anyone has any questions, myself or any of the lovely ladies, Michelle Cromwell or anyone at the convention center, we're happy to answer questions.
And that's just a quick plug for chamber membership. It is that you do get help with graphics and marketing and store displays, and there are all kinds of intricate details that maybe as a small business owner you've overlooked or you just can't afford to hire some help. This is a great way to maximize your chamber benefits.
Absolutely. We say we're the business behind your business. We're kind of those stay-at-home employees that you don't necessarily see every day. We're just behind the scenes helping you out.
Lucky us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So what else is on your list? I want to make sure we're getting to all the good things.
So as theater folk like you and I are, we're very, very excited with the chamber continuing on those DBA events. We are doing ghost tours at the end of October, which is super exciting. It's going to be October 23rd, 24th, and 25th. We will be having hors d'oeuvres, wine, and local historic ghostly tales, which is super exciting. These tickets are $40 and you must be 21 to attend. However, we're going to be in some great locations downtown, the Western Folklife Center, Ogie Deli, Lostra's Warehouse over in their new location, the beer mug right next to the coffee mug, and the underground speakeasy, which is super exciting.
These are all really haunted places, right? Well, at least we're going to conjure that up.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We've got some interesting tales to tell. Of course, we will be selling tickets online. That's actually going to go live tomorrow. So make sure you check out our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram. And then, of course, check out our website, elkonevada.com. And I just want to do a quick thank you to our sponsors of that event. Actually, we have Bench Electric and Komatsu sponsoring. And then Great Basin Beverage is our wine sponsor for that. So we're very excited.
And just to remind you, we don't want you to be disappointed. It's one weekend this year. Just one weekend.
It is one weekend and tickets are limited. So make sure you're on the lookout for that link.
That's right. Don't be disappointed. And that is something really exciting to look forward to. October 23rd, 24th, and the 25th. And that will be, again, in our downtown Elko. The ghost tours are so popular, and it is a really fun way to get into the spooky spirit of the season with those tours of actual possible haunted locations in down. That's all we're going to say about that. So, yeah. Thanks to Jan Peterson, our local historian, for all the hard work that she does in putting this together. Is this something like 20 years, something like that? I think
it's been a while.
It's been a while. Maybe not that long, but who knows? Time flies when you're a ghost.
And when you're having fun.
Yes, when you're really having a blast. Other things that might be on your list we don't want to miss today, Katie?
Absolutely. So I do want to touch on business before hours for October. That's going to be October 9th. We will be at the Nevada Outdoor School over on Idaho Street. I want to say it's 170 Idaho Street. We'll be at their location at 8 a.m. October 9th. And of course, we're going to have some breakfast items, some coffee, start your day off. Of course, networking with us at the Chamber. Again, free and open to the public, but a great opportunity just to learn more about what's going on around town, to learn more about your local businesses, and just also talk about what you're doing.
It is a nice, again, mixer. Whether you're a morning person and the business before hours is just the opportunity you're looking for. Again, you don't have to be a chamber member to attend, but you can do both. You can do the business after hours, which is tonight, and that really is one of the trademarks, I think, of our Elko area chamber. I think it's been so successful in just bringing people together from all different interests and businesses, civic leaders. You might find elected officials there. You might find someone who's brand new in business, right, Katie?
Absolutely. We get a wide range of attendees at these events, and it's always just wonderful to see our community come together and people ask questions and meet people and create those collaborations that wouldn't happen without stuff like this.
So we will also want to mention, do we get to everything on your list? I want to make sure.
I have one more thing.
Oh, yes, tonight.
Yes. It's not for the chamber, but it is happening tonight at the Performing Arts Center at 6 o'clock. It is celebrating the Constitution. So there will be a panel discussion, and it is the 238th anniversary of the U.S. Constitution, which it is a jointly sponsored community event. There's going to be the Elko County Democrats, the Elko County Republican Party, and then the Independent American Party of Nevada. So I think it'll be a really good chance for, people to just come and listen to the panel and see what's going on.
Yeah, that'll be a great opportunity. It'll be broadcast live on talk radio on 107 point, is it 7?
Yes, 107.7.
So we hope that our friends over at Global One have a very successful event. That's exciting that they can broadcast that. But in person, it's always fun to be part of those broadcasts when something's being broadcast live. So be at the Performing Arts Center. Again, free admission, but some lively discussion, I'm sure. It's not being considered a debate. I just wanted to make sure people understand. I think it's just an educational opportunity, a panel discussion from all three of those different, possibly different viewpoints on our Constitution.
Absolutely. That's what I understand from it. And I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah.
So 6 to 7:30 tonight at the Performing Arts Center.
And we are happy to lend our timing light to the effort. That's the least we can do. So again, best of luck, and sounds like a wonderful opportunity. Also tonight, that's happening, and I know because you talked about us theater people, tonight is the last night for auditions for Christmas Story the Musical. That's being staged by Overland and Great Basin College. It is a holiday favorite, but I think it's the first time we've ever had Christmas. Everybody knows about Ralphie and the Christmas Story and what a delightful movie that is, but there is a musical version, and it's going to be performed live in Elko on the Great Basin College stage this holiday season. But this is the last chance to audition. It's for, I think, youngsters 9 and up. And then there are several adult roles as well. So they're asking you to be ready to sing 16 bars of a Broadway musical. There's where that sets us up. You should see the look on Katie's face. She's like, I do not do that.
I don't do musicals. I appreciate them and all of the work and effort and talent that go into them. However, it is not my speed.
Yes. And I love acting like I can sing. I can say I have done that. I have given that honest effort before. But wow, what a wonderful opportunity. Overland Stage, just off the heels of Chicago, getting ready for their spring season. They're focused on musicals, and this one is definitely family friendly. Christmas Story, the musical audition, 6 o'clock tonight, GBC Theater. If you have tap shoes, bring them because they're going to be looking for dancers as well as singers. It is a musical, so don't miss that opportunity. Again, youngsters ages 9 and up, and then adult roles as well. And you can get details at the Overland page, I think, on social media too. And then I know we talked about the Balloon Festival, which is going to be fantastic because the Balloon Glow is going to be tomorrow night, and that'll be in the main city park, and that's at 6, I think.
Yes, and I believe afterwards they're going to be in the park showing the movie Up.
Oh, you're right, at the museum. Our wonderful friends at the Northeastern Nevada Museum, they're great partners with almost everything that we do and that we do so well in the community. Don't want to overlook the contributions of our museum. And then the festival will lift off, let's see, the Mass Ascension. There'll be some balloons drifting over Elko starting at 6:30 tomorrow morning. The Balloon Glow at 6 o'clock in the park, followed by the movie Up. And then more Mass Ascensions Saturday and Sunday in the city park as well. And look at all these great sponsors that we have. If you want to help me out by naming a few of those, because I know they're your friends too.
Absolutely. So some of the sponsors for the Ruby Mountain Balloon Festival for this year is the Elko Convention and Visitors Authority, or the E-Center, Western States Propane, Home 2 Suites by Hilton, the Elko Veteran Corps, which they are sponsoring the POW MIA balloon this year, which hasn't been in Elko in many years, which is very exciting. Wells Propane and Lostra Inc. So super excited to have all of these partners for this great event.
Yes, that's going to be fantastic to see that beautiful balloon. Katie and excuse me, just wanted to thank Christina Bradford as well as Casey Ortiz for all the great work that they're doing on behalf of the Veterans Corps, the Veterans Resource Center. I think they're still selling tickets for the Veterans Ball, which is coming up in November.
Yes, I believe they are still selling tickets, possibly looking for sponsors as well for the Veterans Ball. That will be November 8th. Mm-hmm. So if you have questions or need their contact information, of course, let us know, but I would definitely get a hold of them if that's something you're interested in.
Perfect. I think we got through all the list today. Does it look like it?
I think so. I will just say, much to people's dismay, Poe and Pints 2025 is sold out.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but okay. Yeah, you went there. Yeah.
Silver Stage Players is very excited for the next coming up couple of weeks. We are gearing up for spooky season the first 2 weekends of October, as we normally do with Poe and Pints at the Duncan Little Creek. And we're very excited, and apologies to anyone who did not get tickets.
Yes, but that is the way it goes. That's just the way it goes when something like this is so popular. It's so beloved. Many thanks to Nick and the staff at the DLC, right?
Yes, they put up with us for way longer than they should and take such good care of us, and of course all of the attendees at these shows. So we're very thankful that they still let us in there and let us play.
Well, and because we have the time, I want to give a shout out too to the technical crew, because they've been doing this now for years. That is a challenging space to light and to do sound in. Yes,
our tech crew are amazing. All of them, from lighting, sound, costume design, prop managing. My brother is stage managing. Kyle, he'll be behind the scenes as well. And then, of course, our directors, Derek Burwell and Erica Patrick. We could not do this show without any of them, so it's huge.
So we're not giving away any spooky surprises. It is Poe, Edgar Allan Poe inspired. It is not all Poe. But is there a theme, or is that something you can reveal?
I don't know if I want to reveal that yet. I think I'll let our directors reveal it at the show dates.
All right, that's perfect. But expect good spooky fun. Again, sorry if you didn't get tickets. If your friend got tickets, be happy for them. Just be happy, because again, this is an exciting opportunity to celebrate art and the arts in our community. And there are ways that you can sustain the arts, be a contributing member, and then maybe you won't be disappointed right in the future. But everything has to be paid for, including art.
Yes, absolutely. We're just so thankful that it has continued to have the traction that it has. We are on, I want to say, our 12th season of Poe and Pints, and it has it's one of the things that is very near and dear to my heart, and just getting to participate is huge. So just thank you to the community for continuing to support this.
And the one thing I will say about Ms. Katie Ashley, who is in her role as the marketing support coordinator, membership support coordinator for the Elko Area Chamber, is that when I first saw her in Poe & Pints, she was a great dead body, right? And you have since... God, I made you laugh.
I played a dead body for probably 3 years in a row because I play a good dead body. But I live. Yes. I live. I will give that spoiler away.
Okay.
I am still living at the end of this show, which is a little different from what I'm used to.
Yes. So it's nice to grow up in theater, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Or grow backwards, I suppose.
Yes. You're regressing, but no, this is a wonderful group, Silver Stage Players. So we have so many. I know the Stage Door. Oh, I didn't want to forget them. They're doing auditions that open next week for The Trial of Ebenezer Scrooge, and our good friend Sandy Beeler is going to be directing that.
Yes, which it sounds amazing. So I definitely think there are plenty of theater groups in this town. It is a small sandbox. We play nicely together. And if there is something, maybe musicals aren't your speed like me, just get out there and try it. You never know what's going to happen. It's so exhilarating. It's so fun. And you find this community and this family that just surround you and support you.
I just have no more words after that. That's exactly the best way to describe it. Thank you, Katie, so much.
Absolutely. It's how we became friends. So
yes, it is. Aw. Thank you, listeners, for joining us. I'm so happy to be your host for this radio show that we do every weekday. It's always something new for me, too, so I appreciate you being on the other end. I appreciate today's guest, Katie Ashley, and do hope you can come out and support all these wonderful community offerings that we're so proud to bring. Thank you for listening today.